What up, everybody? Today I'm going to be breaking down the Tulsa King Season 3 official teaser video. Tulsa King's a show I covered during Season 1, but wasn't able to cover Season 2. But I do plan on covering Season 3, and I'm really looking forward to covering the new addition to the Tulsa King franchise/universe, and that's the upcoming new series called Know Your King, starring Samuel L. Jackson as Russell Lee Washington Jr., based out of New Orleans, Louisiana. It's reported that Jackson will appear in multiple episodes of Tulsa King Season 3 before headlining and executive producing the new series. And just like Jackson's character, Russell Lee Washington is going to be in Tulsa King Season 3. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a couple Tulsa King crossovers, possibly even the General, Dwight Manfredi himself, and Know Your King. The Tulsa King Season 3 teaser starts off with Dwight telling somebody that Tulsa is his home now. After basically being banished to Tulsa from the New York mob, Dwight has prospered in Tulsa and has made Tulsa his home. His businesses are in Tulsa, his crew is there, his ladies there. The only thing missing for Dwight in Tulsa is his daughter Tina and his grandsons. And they were living with Dwight in Tulsa. But when they got into the war with Bill Belalacqua's crew, Dwight sent them back to New York. And even though that beef's squashed now, I don't think Tina's going to keep running back and forth from Tulsa to New York. But at the same time, Dwight's family being in New York will also be a weakness for him with his enemies in the New York Mafia. Then the trailer has Dwight saying that the distillery is a very interesting business. So Dwight's crew is going to be getting into the distillery business in Season 3. And now they'll have the liquor, the weed, and the gambling. And something interesting that Vince said in Season 2 was, now the name of the game was piggybacking off the legal stuff. And that's what we've seen Dwight been doing. The trailer shows Goody, Mitch, Grace, and Bodie at a distillery called Montague Distillers. And later in the teaser it shows a truck pulling into the same distillery. But of course, like with anything, there's going to be competition and problems when breaking into a new business venture. And the teaser has Dwight saying that they got to know their enemy. And the new enemy coming along in Season 3 in the distillery game is a guy named Jeremiah Dunmire, described to be a powerful, forceful man with deep pockets in the liquor business. And the teaser shows a clip with Jeremiah Dunmire outside of a house with 4 men with guns about to go inside. I can't tell whose house this is. I know it's not Dwight's house that he bought in Season 2. It could possibly be Margaret's house. But there's also another clip later on in the teaser that shows Tyson outside of what looks to be the same house. Then the trailer shows Bill Belalacqua showing up at Dwight's door, with Dwight getting very pissed off and saying to Bill, asking him if he's trying to say that Dwight's a rat, with Dwight pulling his pistol on Bill. But keep in mind that it was revealed in Season 2 that the feds have a listening device in a room in Bill Belalacqua's house where he holds meetings at. So he could potentially think that Dwight's a rat, not knowing that the feds have a wiretap on him. The trailer also has Dwight telling somebody that they're threatening everybody in his life. But the question is, who is threatening everybody in Dwight's life? Is it Jeremiah Dunmire, the New York Mafia, or could it be whoever it was who took Dwight at the end of Season 2? Because it's also still to be revealed who that was. And I believe it was the FBI personally. Keeping in mind at the end of Season 2, the FBI office in Tulsa said that Washington, D.C. needed everything they had on Dwight Manfredi. And the next thing you know, he was being brought into that interrogation room. So that's who I think is going to be pressing Dwight in Season 3. And with that said, the teaser also shows the continuation of that scene. And also another clip, which I also believe to be a continuation of that scene, where we're going to get our first look at Special Agent Musso, described to be an FBI agent with an axe to grind. And the final thing that the teaser shows Dwight saying is Dwight face to face with Jeremiah Dunmire and telling him If he thinks he's going to take him out, it's going to be difficult. The trailer also shows Dwight's love interest. Margaret will be returning in season 3, as the trailer shows Dwight and Margaret toasting. Keep it in mind, when who I believe was the feds took Dwight, it was at Margaret's house. And I think Dwight's gangster side is part of Margaret's attraction to him. Keep it in mind she wiped the blood off him after they killed Bella Locke's capo. And after the shootout at the end of season 2, she found a gun shell in her yard and picked it up and smiled. There's also a clip of Dwight, Tyson, Mitch, and Bigfoot all dressed in black suits. I'm thinking this is most likely a funeral scene, but the question is, whose funeral are they at? Possibly Bodie's, since he's not shown in the clip. And there's also another clip from the teaser that shows Bodie with a gun pointed at somebody. Keeping in mind at one point, Bodie was anti-violence and anti-gun. But since Jimmy's death at the end of season 2, Bodie's wanted revenge and has took a little bit of a darker turn. Then the trailer shows somebody getting burnt. This could be either an initiation of some kind or most likely somebody being tortured. Then there's also a clip of Goody, Mitch, Tyson, and Tyson's father Mark looking at somebody like they're possibly having a face-off with another crew. But the thing that caught my attention about this clip is Mark is back in the mix after almost being taken out in the car explosion in season 2. But Mark being with Dwight's crew also reminds me of the scene in season 1 when he helped Dwight's crew beat up the biker gang. Then it shows two big guys that I haven't seen before beating somebody down, and then somebody putting money into a bag, potentially a robbery. Keep it in mind that Armand did rob Dwight in season 2, but brought him back the money. But with that said, we haven't seen Armand in the exclusive images or the season 3 teaser, leaving the question, will Armand be in season 3? But the teaser does show Cal Thresher will return in season 3 after Dwight put him out of the weed business in season 2. So it looks like we haven't seen the last of Cal, potentially coming back and being just another problem on Dwight's plate. Then we see an SUV getting pulled over by the cops. I think this is most likely an SUV that Dwight's riding in and getting pulled over and harassed by the cops, who are most likely sent after him through Jeremiah Dunmire, or potentially Special Agent Musso has the cops pressing Dwight also. Then we see Tyson getting beat up and held by one guy and punched by another guy. Again, I think this is most likely people from Jeremiah Dunmire's crew. And the final clips from the teaser shows two guys firing guns, potentially firing at somebody, or maybe just doing target practice like we've seen people doing several times throughout the series. And the final clip shows somebody that I can't identify beating somebody down, potentially a new character is being shown in this scene. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.